I've got 5 items here that I think are key for our essential makeup application for those of us with more mature skin. They're all drugstore, and I even have a dupe here for you. So keep watching. We're going to check out what these items are. Alrighty, my friends, welcome back to my channel. It is Powder and Paint by Kim, and as I said, we're going to talk about 5 different items. We are going to start with this. I've got 2 items here, but it's for one application. I think it's always essential, no matter what age you are, whether you're young, old, anywhere in between. You want to make sure that your skin is prepped and primed. I'm going to be showing some B-roll of me applying all these different products. And this one you can see, we've got a dupe for this little beauty. But once again, you want to make sure that your skin is primed. Before I started anything, of course, I did my whole moisturizing routine, SPF and the 9 works. But then I also like to go in and sort of illuminate, hydrate, give my skin just that extra little glow before I put on my foundation. I had found this. This is Say's Glowy Super Gel Illuminator. It is lovely. The formulation in this is so light, it's so glowy, it's so radiant, it hydrates, radiates, glows. I have been in love with this. I've got a video here where I use this with another product just for that glowy sort of skin. I'll attach the little thing up here so you can check it out and see it on its own. But then I was watching another YouTuber and they had discovered, and so of course I had to go out and get some. It's Dupe. Now this Say Illuminator is $28. Well, Covergirl has just come out with their Skin Enhancer Luminizer. This comes in several shades. This only comes in 2. And I have the Jelly Opal Glow, which I felt was closest to the Say Beauty. And the Say Beauty I have, I believe it's the Rose Glow. You'll see its application. They both apply beautifully. They both have this weightless, glowy, hydrating feel to them. They apply beautifully. Your skin, as you will see, will glow. It definitely radiates. I am wearing a foundation on top, and I'm doing the e.l.f. Soft Glam foundation. But once again, you will see one is on one side and one is on the other. But this really, truly is a dupe, and I'm just in love with the formulation. I think this one is even a little glowier and maybe a little lighter in weight. The Covergirl, I should say. But they're both weightless. They both even out your skin tone to some extent because they're pretty sheer. But you've got $28, and I found the Covergirl anywhere from $12.99 to $9.49. So a huge price difference for something that I have really loved, but it sure is nice to find it at 50% off or less. So that's our first little beauty. For those of us with mature skin, and you can use this even if you don't have mature skin, but these items are focused on us folks. We want as much help as we can get. Alrighty, what is next on my list? I'm trying to remember. Yes, I think the next critical component when we're talking about our makeup application, and whether you go full throttle or something really light, to me, you always want to use some sort of finishing powder. And it comes in various formulations. You've got so many different products out there. Of course, I've got all drugstore. I've got 2 from Morphe that I'll talk about, one of them that I'm going to feature. But as we get older, texture is more prominent, and I hate that. You can see my texture area right here, and then a little bit in my cheek. I'm right here. I'm hoping the T-zone cheeky area, I'm trying to get that toned down with my tretinoin. But while I'm still waiting on that to kick in, and there's still just some days where it just seems more prevalent as far as my pores and texture, I always go in and finish it off. You want to use a little buffing powder to just sort of press it in, but it's your finishing powder. I've recently found, you'll see me using this in several of my videos, the Maybelline Fit Me. It's lovely. I really do enjoy this. But then I noticed that Morphe came out not too long ago, right around the beginning of the year, and this is their Bake and Set setting powder. I really enjoyed this as well. And this is in the color Brightening Peach, And there you'll see that. Oh, and I made a mess. I did go in and add a little bit of that after you see my B-roll of me applying the next item I'm going to talk about. And that is Morphe's new Cloud Light Soft Glow Veil Pressed Powder. It's interesting. I've heard people say that the lighter weight is in the loose powder. I find that I get a lighter application in a pressed powder. So I was really intrigued by this. I found this at Ulta, and you guys, this is so exceptionally soft. It's just amazing. I have enjoyed the I'm going to call it wrong, the Bacon Set, the Brightening Peach. I have enjoyed that. I've been using this. Maybelline kind of moved over because I had to try something new, and I've been using Morphe for a while. But then when I saw this, and I just got it a few days ago, and I've been using it every day. It is even light enough that I'm able to apply it under my eye. But a setting powder, just something to help control that texture as we get older, to me is crucial in just having that really pretty soft finished makeup look. So again, I have been thrilled with this. I got the color Sunrise. I believe it comes in 4 different shades. I'll pop up a picture of it here. I found this, as I said, at Ulta, but have really enjoyed this. It's just, when you touch it, it's astounding how soft. And I just keep putting it on and patting it on. And as I said, again, this is light enough. I'm able to put it under my eye. And you'll see as I'm using it under my eye, and I realized I forgot a step. You want to do a little pull and just pat out, because inevitably as we get older, the concealer is going to crease a little bit. It's just inevitable as we get older and we get more wrinkling and crinkling around our eyes. So use that little setting powder. I use the fluffiest little brush. This is a Morphe brush, and I absolutely loved it. So just terrific. And as I was saying, this is even light enough that you can use it under your eye. So back to under eye. Sorry, I went out of order, but hey, it's all good. I have found that, again, as we get older, it's a little more difficult to control to cover our dark circles. And mine are fairly dark, but I have found that this color correcting pen, and you're going to use whatever shade is going to fit you. I have got the NYX Fix Stick, and mine is in dark peach. I think I could probably go a little bit lighter, but as you can see, I think it does the job. I do tend to have these hollows, and it really has been a chore trying to lighten and brighten that up. But I have found that using this color corrector, and then of course your concealer, is just been very helpful for me. You'll see in my application, I'll put the color corrector on, then tap it out, and then use my concealer. I used my Flower Beauty concealer. It's very light, and I use that in the inner corner because that tends to be the darkest area. And then I went in with my Maybelline, my standard tried and true eraser, studio eraser. Is that what it's called? I can never get the names right. Instant Rewind eraser. But love those concealer. Again, everything I'm talking about has been Drugstore, so that's always a big plus. So definitely give this a try. Make sure you get the correct shade for your skin tone, and hopefully you'll have the same results as I have had. That's going to help tone down that dark, and you want the right color. The peach is going to take care of any blues and greens and get rid of that, or it doesn't get rid of it, but it sure does tone it down, which is always a goal. All right, my friends. Ooh, I'm clicking along. The next item, to me, all these are important, but certainly bronzing, whether you'd use a bronzer, a bronzer, a contour, or a blonzer, something to sculpt your face. Once again, as we get older, things start to sag, sadly, and weigh down and pull down. So you want to sculpt more and give your face that sort of lit up glowy look. And not really glowy, but just more bronzy, like you've got a little sun on your face. It's a healthful glow. So I used the Sephora, and this is great. I wanted something cool toned for a contour. And you can use, like I said, either a contour, a bronzer, or a blush, and you'll see my application that I use as a bronzer. So if you want just one step, find something that's a bronzer. And this is in the shade Feeling Butter. I know that, oh, it's not going to come to me, but I will insert it here. But there's, it's not going to come to me. But there is a bronzer out there that's absolutely lovely. It's more high-end. I'll put a picture of it here. But again, if you're trying to cut down on your steps and you just want a bronzer, use a blush bronzer kind of combo. So as I was saying, I went in with my contour just to kind of sculpt out my cheeks. I did go in, and you want to try to tone this down, give this a more slimmer, trimmer sort of look, because we all sort of get the little neck stuff that we don't like. But using some sort of a bronzer is just going to help really shape, contour, lift your face. I would say this product, I don't know why I'm getting so scratchy, is probably one of the single best ways to really youthen and revitalize your makeup look. So yes, and our friends at NYX always do the trick. So as I said, this is Feeling Butter, and I've got that on. I will say the only thing I have on differently when you see at the end of my sort of B-roll application is my jazzy eye makeup look. That's for another video. And then I did touch up a little more blush, just a touch of this. This is NYX Feeling Butter, and this is in My Butter Half. It's so pretty. I had to just do a little pop of pink to go with my eye makeup look. Now last item that I have, and again, boy, white is always scary to wear. I don't want to smear anything on it. The last item I'm saying, and I would say this is equally as important, and I think as we get older, we get more lines around our lips. It is critical, y'all, to use a lip liner. It just helps from any feathering, any bleeding. It helps you to shape your lip. We tend to lose our volume on our lips as we get older. Just getting older sucks. It ain't for sissies, as Betty Davis says, and it isn't. Getting old is not for sissies. It's tough. But you want to use a lip liner. The one that I used here is, and I really have enjoyed it, it's NYX Duck Plump. And you know, my other favorite lip liner is ColourPop, but I do enjoy this one. It is retractable. It glides, there's no tugging. You can see the effortless application with this lip liner, but use a lip liner, y'all. Again, it's gonna help any bleeding. It's gonna help with any feathering. It's gonna give your lip a little bit more shape. It's gonna plump it up, make it look a little more fuller. An absolute must. And then you can see I filled in my lip. I use this almost like a lipstick. It's that creamy and smooth you can. And then I just topped it with a glossed lip gloss from Sephora. And that was it. So there we have it. 5 simple products to use to help. For those of us with more mature skin, we've got a nice glowing illuminator. Don't forget your bronzer. Setting powder just helps with any of that texture, those pores that we get. Yeah, I think I did everything. Correcting stick. If you do have issues with darker circles, get a correcting stick. And there we have it. Lickety split. I like it when my videos go quick. I'm sure you do too. Anyways, my friends, that will wrap this up for the 5 essential products for us mature skin folks. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Going out there and act like you're somebody, because you're somebody special. Thanks, as always, for watching and staying tuned. Keep watching. I'm going to be posting another video about this really pretty new, I don't have it. Oh, I do have it. I'll be talking about this new beauty. She's so pretty. So stay tuned, keep watching. Thanks again, and y'all have a great day. Enjoy this beautiful spring weather.